Welcome to Health Coach for Women. Intentional living for more happiness and fulfillment in your everyday life with your host, Marsha Roopchand-Walker. Join Marsha as she shares her own personal wellness journey, as well as stories from our guests that will enlighten and inspire you to move towards better health and happiness. Now, here's your host, Marsha Roopchand-Walker.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Your body holds deep wisdom. Trust in it, learn from it, nourish it. Watch your life transform and be healthy. By Bella Blue. Welcome to another episode of Health Coach for Women, a podcast where we explore alternative and holistic solutions for better health and wellness. And I am your host, Marsha. Now, today, what I'll be discussing is basically on happiness, right? How we can be happier. How can we live happier? And we all know that happiness is a choice, right? We have to choose to be happy. So what are some of the things that we can do to choose to be happy? How can we even feel happy? What are some of the things that we can do to make us feel happy, right? And so it is an internal job. It's not external. We have to find joy within ourselves. So how do we do that? There are some simple, practical tips, right? And so the first thing is we should definitely be loving ourselves. And sometimes people find that so hard and difficult to do. Right? Whether it stems from some things from the past, some trauma from the past, the things we've been taught, the things that's been said to us as children, that or even as adults from either bad relationships or some form of past experience. We tend to not truly love ourselves, right? For those who are having a hard time with not really loving yourself. And so one of the things that you can do is practice the mirror exercise, right? And learning how to really be comfortable in your own skin, right? Being comfortable with your current state of being, because that is important. Your current state of being. And I'm not only talking about your outer physical appearance, right? Because that's just the surface level. But what about that deeper level of you on the essence of your being, your core? What is that like? And only you can answer that question, right? Only you can truly be honest with yourself and answer that question. So be honest with yourself, right? What is your true essence? What is your core, right? Who are you? What are your beliefs? What are your values that you hold dear to you? All right. And so when you can really step into that and honor that and respect that authentically, right? Being honest and true with yourselves, the things that you love about yourself, as well as the things that you dislike about yourself, right? And it's okay to feel that way. If that is how you feel, it is okay to feel that way. But it is not okay to where we make our dislikes or the things that we don't truly enjoy much about ourselves, where we allow that to override everything else. Right. So one of the things that I like you to do, and that's why it is important to not look and strive for perfection. And this is why I say that. And this is why I say that perfection is an illusion. Right. And so because sometimes a person may not be where they want to be, or you're finding yourself always striving to get everything so perfect, that you just miss the mark altogether, right? You just, like a perfect example is even me, starting my business, right? Always wanting everything to be so perfect. And I brought this up before, like the very first podcast, and I've always been camera shy. I've always been camera shy, and I had to learn. Do you know how many takes I would do over and over just to learn to get comfortable doing maybe Instagram or videos or even lives, and even to this day, I can be honest, lives always still make me a bit uncomfortable, but I do it anyway. And it's okay. Even the pros, the gurus, the experts, every now and then they may stumble on their words or make a mistake and say something incorrect or have some type of technical bloop or blunder. It happens. It's life. We don't have to be perfect, right? We don't have to be perfect. All we need to do is strive to be better for ourselves as well as for others, right? For our family, our loved ones, and things of that nature, things that we hold dear and precious to us. So that's why I can say one of the things that you can do is your loving exercise, right? The mirror exercise. Try doing the mirror exercise. So when you wake up in the morning, try looking in the mirror and telling yourself, I love you, right? I love you. I really love you. Right? And say that, and say it to a point where you're saying it so much where you actually convince yourself and you believe it. You have to believe it, right? Doing the mirror exercise. And that is one of the ways, and that is one of the ways that you can really start to really love on yourself, appreciate yourself, right? Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror, and look at every aspect of your body. Look at every aspect of your body. Again, the things you like as well as the things that you do not like, right? Because we are our worst critics. We are our worst critics. We know this, right? Ladies, you know this. We're our worst critic. So look at yourself in your birthday suit and admire all of your beauty, right? Admire it, all of your curves, admire all of that, all of the muffin rolls, whatever it is, right? Admire all of it and love where you are. Love yourself where you are right now. You may not be where you want to be, but that's okay. You can celebrate where you are right now. And it's okay to not be exactly where you want to be, right? Whether it's in your physical, whether it's your goal is to lose weight, maybe you want to slim down, shed a few pounds, or maybe you're looking, maybe there's some that feel like they're too skinny. Maybe you want to gain a little weight. Maybe that's your goal. I don't know, but whatever it is, start on loving you. All that encompasses you, your physical, right? Your physical, your soul essence, your spirituality, your personality, right? So embrace the good as well as the bad and be okay where you are. So start loving on yourself. And the next thing I would suggest, the next thing I would say to you, in addition to loving yourself and doing the mirror exercise, the next thing I would say to you is to, right, respect your body by not putting things that you know that is harmful to your body, right? So respect your body, and that is by honoring your body with healthy, nourishing foods, right? Healthy, nourishing foods. And that's, we feed, because the body is our temple, right? And so we nourish our body with healthy foods, nutritious foods, foods that is going to help us stay healthy. And the same story goes. I talk about it almost on every episode, right? Your healthy greens, fruits, vegetables, you know this already, right? And eating all those alkaline foods, some raw nuts and seeds, just all of the things, and herbal teas, right? Herbals, I love herbal teas. All of the things that is good for the body, right? In addition to that, and I would say this is number 3, spending time with loved ones, right? Spending time with those that you love and care about, right? Take time to spend time with those you care about. And if they're distant and they're far away, hit them up with a phone call. I know nowadays people just want to text and do social media, but sometimes it's okay. Pick up the phone and call. And if you don't get them on a phone, leave them a message, send them a text message, whatever it is. Send them a cute, funny emoji, whatever it is that you do, right? So connect with others, as well as, I would say, the next one would be connecting with yourself. It's okay to spend time alone. It's okay to get to know yourself, spending time alone, right? And so for those who may have, maybe you in a breakup and you're not used to spending time alone, well, that's the best time to get to know yourself and rediscover yourself. Okay, is spending time alone, getting to know you, spending quality time with yourself, right? Spending quality time with yourself, doing something that you enjoy, doing the things that you enjoy, whatever that hobby is, whether it's reading books, creating art, poetry, writing in your journal. We are social beings. We are social creatures, right? And connectiveness is important. But we have to have a great relationship with ourselves first and foremost. That is important. As well as moving on to the next, which is your spirituality. Your spirituality, your faith, your religious practice, whatever it is that you would like to call it. Spend time in that. Spend time connecting with the Most High, the creator of all, God, Allah, whatever it is that you call the higher intelligence, because we know, and even science has said that there must be a higher intelligence that has created all of the things that is here among us, right? And science has talked about that there is a higher intelligence, how things can be of such precision that it could only have come from a higher intelligence. So your spirituality, your spirituality, connecting and having that faith, practicing your faith, your beliefs, whatever it is for you that you connect with. Do that. And these are some of the things that you can do to bring more joy and happiness into your life, What else is important to you? For those who have children, right? Spending more time with your children, right? Spending more time with your children. And for those who work, I myself was a single mom. And the hardest thing for me was not really being able around my children as much as I would have liked to, right? Because I knew I had to work. So I couldn't stay home, yet still be able to provide for my children. I had to work. And so many of us are faced with that tough decision of having to work and spend less time away from home. Okay, so when you're able to make that time, set your priorities, your family, your faith in your family, your spouse, those things should always be of major top priority for you in your list. But everybody have their own, right? So whatever it is for you, that is fine. Whatever it is for you. Okay, so being able to spend time with your family, because children don't care and they don't even understand much of the concept of money and a person having to work and survive to pay bills, because we know many of us, that's what we operate in this state of survival mode. And we want to, the goal is to move out of that state of survival mode, because with living in a state of survival mode comes fear. And with fear comes anxiety, as well as depression, and making quick choices without really thinking things out logically, right? In many cases, many times. So we want to spend quality time with our children. All they like is for you to be there. They don't care about what you can provide and what you, all they care is about, all they care about most is your presence. Okay? Remember that. All they care about most is your presence. Okay. So what is the next thing that we can do, right? What about connecting with our old childhood, going back to our a childhood time when we were so creative and had all these thoughts and ideas and big dreams, right? What about that? What about that? Did we lose that? Did we let that go? Where are you now in that? Where are you now with far as wanting to accomplish certain things in life and achieve certain goals? Where are you with that? I should say the question, is it fulfilling, right? And if your answer is no, that it isn't fulfilling enough, well, you want to slowly start doing the things that do bring you more joy, because in life, it's not just about going to work to pay the bills. Not at all. It's not about just going to work and paying bills. That is not all that we are here for. We're here to enjoy the beauty of life, right? And that entails other people, right? That entails connecting with others, right? And being in a place of pure bliss and sharing love and positivity, right? And that is that is my take on it. Someone else may have a different point of view, but that's okay, right? We all have differences of opinion, and that's fine. But the important thing to know is that we are here to connect. We are here to enlighten one another and share with one another and get to know one another, and to be able to still share the same concept of love. And that will always be for me, the most motivating factor is love, because that is the highest frequency, right? Is operating from a love frequency. Okay. And so we do that. Get back into the things that let's not let our dreams go, right? We don't want our dreams and goals buried with us when it's our time. We want to still enjoy the beauty of life and what it has to offer. So spending time in a park, spending time, whatever, traveling with your family, doing fun things, whatever that is for you, right? Making life beautiful. And this leads me into the next topic, which is gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most important characteristics or attributes that you can have, because when you have gratitude, you learn to appreciate all of the simple and little things, the things that you have, rather than what you do not have, right? Because it's about appreciation, gratitude of saying thank you, because each and every day that we wake up in the morning, it's another chance of getting it right. It's another chance of making things right with family, with the world, with whatever it is that you need to do. It's another shot of going after your dreams. It's another shot of striving to get healthy. It's another shot to just be, right? To just exist and be. And so we get so caught up in this fast-paced environment of everything moving and happening so fast. We living in this state of just we have to hustle and bustle, and we lose out on so much. We lose out on so much on the things that is important, the things that is of value to us. We need to get back to being appreciative, having that gratitude, right? Having the attitude of gratitude. And that's important. Okay. And so that is something that we need to practice. And having your gratitude journal, just when you wake up in the morning, things that 5 or more things that you're grateful for, learning to be okay with where you are today, because it's about being present, right? Living in the now, living in the now. We need to learn to be present and appreciate living in the now, and no longer dwelling in the past, because we know that when we hold on to the past, it helps us from growing and evolving to who we need to be, because we hold on to anger, bitterness, and resentment. So we need to let go of the past, move forward into the present, and strive for whatever it is that we wish to strive for in the future. And we cannot worry about the future, right? Because worry brings anxiety, uncertainty. But we need to just be present in the moment and don't worry about into the future. It's okay to have goals for the future, but we don't need to stress into the future, stressing and worrying about the what if this doesn't happen, or what if, we have to learn to just be present in the now. And that's what is important. And it can happen. Sometimes, you get caught up in things and what you're doing, and, you're striving to, reach this certain goal, and you're like, zoom, 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 you're just going, and you're on this mission to accomplish something, but also you're also missing out. So it's about having that balance, so to speak, more like that harmony, right? And to learn to be more in harmony, right? With certain things. And things can get a little bit unbalanced at times in life. Yes, certainly it's life, right? It happens. But we need to learn, just like the body strives to maintain that homeostasis, we should also strive to maintain some harmony, maintain some type of balance. Okay, so that is important. So I want to share with you my own personal story. Okay, some of you may or may not know that I left my job and I relocated to Georgia, only to find myself even more unhappy and miserable, right? The first year was fine, but after a good year or so, after looking for different jobs, that was just so unfulfilling, right? Doing security, I was in law enforcement. I did security. I did some of that. I even tried working in a daycare. That was not for me at all. So no. So I tried that, didn't last at that. I was also in a real estate investment group where our goal was to work on trying to buy real estate as a investment group, but that was short-lived. The group fell apart. So that didn't work. And I did customer service. I did that for a while, doing customer service. And yet there was still, it was just something that just was missing, right? It was just not fulfilling at all. Okay. And it was just, I just wasn't happy. And so you'll know also when you keep trying these different things where, now this may happen for you, may have happened to you or not. But I know for me, my own personal journey, for me, it was just going from one unfulfilling job to the next, right? On one unfulfilling job to the next. And I had to find my own purpose. I had to find my own way, my own path, and what it is that would make me feel happier, right? What it is that would bring me more joy, as well as maybe do something good and positive for someone else. And so, I talked about my health journey before, with by having fibroids and heavy periods and things like that, and going through experiencing depression, and during my financial turmoil, experiencing anxiety and just losing everything and making dumb choices, dumb decisions, right? I've talked about that, and it's in the book where I share all of that. But for me, it was, I had to find something that was fulfilling. I had to find something that, at least while I'm striving to do something, something good, that I would do something that I enjoy and am passionate. And healthcare, I always loved healthcare. So I went back to doing healthcare, right? But the ultimate goal for me was coaching. The ultimate goal for me is coaching and writing my books, writing. I enjoy writing, and just being able to just really wanting to really just motivate and inspire other women, because as women, we have a lot on our plate. And not to say that men don't, because men, as they're being the provider, they have a lot on their plate, right? They have a lot on their plate as well, especially when they are holding down the fort, and you have the spouse is a stay-at-home mom and she's taking care of the children. It's a lot on one's plate, right? For anyone. So, but for us as women, we are naturally nurturers, right? We're naturally nurturers. So we want to do things that tend to nurture, right? That's just part of our makeup, to nurture, right? And so for me, that is what I always did, right? That is something that I always did, whether it was caring for my mom or someone else, or patient care, working in healthcare, MRDD field, even mental health, crisis unit mental health. That was an experience. It's just, my goal is really, I just want people to just know that you can do better. You can do better. You can live the life you want. You can have what you want. You even if you work for someone, right? Even if you have a job, the job needs to be fulfilling, right? And you do the best at your job, even if you don't enjoy it, right? Even if you don't enjoy it. Now, I've worked jobs where I didn't enjoy it, but I made sure that I was good at what I did. At least I tried to anyway. I gave my best, and I tried to do the best I can, the best I could of what I was doing. So really the purpose of this episode today is to just learn to just live, right? Learn to just be happy by doing things that bring you joy, that bring you happiness, connecting with family, you're doing your creative hobbies, doing the things that you love, whatever it is, right? Doing that mirror exercises, journaling, doing all those things. So that is all I have for you today. I just want you to just be thankful, because every day that you wake up, it's another day. I appreciate you. I thank you for listening. Please, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. I thank you so much. Bye for now. Until next time, bye for now.
Thank you so much for listening to Health Coach for Women with your host, Marsha Roopchand-Walker. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please be sure to rate, subscribe, and review on your preferred podcast listening platform. We really appreciate that effort. Until next time.